Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Good Saturday evening. Thank you for your time here at 6. I'm McKinley Struther. Hundreds gathered outside the nation's capital today in support of those who were involved in the January 6th protests at the same location. The Justice for J6 rally was led by Matt Braynard, a former staffer of former President Donald Trump. In his opening remarks today, Braynard asks the crowd to think of the U.S. Capitol police officers who died during the riots. He also says the rally was about equal treatment.
Not about the election. It's not about what you think happened with the election. It's not about any fringe third-party group. This is about justice and disparate treatment.
A counter-protest was held at Freedom Plaza. The FBI has stepped up investigations of threats against election officials after a surge in threats following the 2020 election. Local officials say investigators have reached out to election supervisors for the first time in recent months, some who have dealt with months of harassment. The activity stems from the creation of a task force to address the rising threats of violence. President Joe Biden wanted to start giving out booster doses of the COVID-19 vaccine next week, but the FDA is saying not so fast. The organization did not approve booster doses of the vaccine for everyone 16 and older, citing a lack of data about the safety and efficacy of a third dose. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention makes the final decision on those shots. The agency meets with its vaccine advisors next week.
They did make a more conservative decision than I anticipated, but this is an example of science being out there and good-hearted, well-intentioned, smart people debating how to turn that science into public policy.
A new NBC News tally confirms the U.S. has reached 42 million cases of COVID-19 since the start of this pandemic. Let's turn now to your forecast, where it was a hot day. Meteorologist Delaney Warden joins us now. Fall is next week, but it was certainly warm today.
Oh, it absolutely was, and we have more humidity and heat on the way here. Heading into tomorrow, however, a big cool down also on the way. Details on that coming up later. Also tracking some rain, a little bit more widespread than what we've seen over the past 2 days, but still very isolated in nature. Moving from the northeast down towards the southwest, not moving very quickly, so we will watch out for maybe just a little bit of localized flooding. Other than that, nothing too significant. These storms are producing some heavy rainfall. However, we won't be worrying about severe weather, just keeping a close eye on this rain here through about 10 p.m. or so. A live look now to our sky cam over in Blacksburg. We do actually see one of those storms there on the right half of that screen. Temperature of 79 degrees with calm winds at the moment, but it feels more like 81 across the rest of the area. Again, it was toasty out there. The rain helping to cool some of us down at this point. 72 over in Hillsville, but we are still in the mid 80s here in Roanoke when we should be at 79 degrees for this time of year. We'll take a closer look though at those cooler temperatures ahead coming up. McKinley.
All right, Delaney, thank you. A few crime alerts for you tonight. Let's begin in the Hill City, where police are searching for a shooting suspect. Authorities say it happened in a parking lot of a 7-Eleven on Fort Avenue. They say the victim was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Officers say they also discovered a home that had been shot during this incident as well. Now to Roanoke, Northwest Roanoke to be exact. 2 men were hurt in a shooting Friday night. Police arrived to Norway Avenue Northwest and found a car that had crashed into a home. They say a man inside that car appeared to have been shot. Authorities say that man was taken to the hospital for serious injuries. Police were told another man who had been shot had taken himself to the hospital. Officials believe both of those men were injured in the same incident. No arrests so far have been made. The U.S. military now admits it killed only civilians and no ISIS-K fighters when it targeted a car in Kabul last month. 10 people died in the drone strike, including 7 children. The drone strike came just days after an attack on the Kabul airport when an ISIS-K suicide bomber killed 13 U.S. service members and more than 170 Afghans. U.S. officials are stepping in to handle a situation in Del Rio, Texas, where thousands of Haitian migrants have overwhelmed the U.S.-Mexico border. Many of those Haitians are believed to have been living in South America since the 2010 Haiti earthquake. The Department of Homeland Security plans to ramp up deportation flights to Haiti here in the next few days. No one is hurt after a house fire in Danville this morning. Crews say a home on Hughes Street was found up in flames coming from the back of this house. Firefighters were able to get that fire under control in just about 2 hours. Officials say the cause of the fire is careless handling of candles, and the family is being assisted tonight by the American Red Cross. More than a dozen furry friends wagged their tails, hoping to gain a new home at a pet adoption event at Valley View PetSmart. Angels of Assisi hosted a Clear the Shelter event to help adopt dozens of dogs, cats, and rabbits, all at half price. Franklin County and Roanoke County animal shelters joined the efforts today with a goal to free up space. April Saunders says the shelters are extremely crowded right now, and after Hurricane Ida, there was an uptick in animal rescues.
It's never ending. Our shelter has been full for the past probably 6 months, and it's never ending, unfortunately. So events like this are so important to get some of these guys homes, and there's always going to be one around the corner that's going to be in need. So
Angels of Assisi also travels around the state to offer affordable spay and neuter clinics. More news after this break. Saturday has seen many events across Southwest Virginia. We'll show you a glimpse of a few. And Toys for Body Tots kicks off with today's fundraiser event. Why it gives them a head start on spreading some Christmas cheer.
Have a question about current events, new laws? We can help. Just ask 10. It's easy. Go to WSLS.com, click on the menu icon, and click Ask 10. Type your question, and we'll work on an answer. Ask 10 on WSLS.com.
Southwest Virginia hosting many outdoor events across the region today. Here are a few. We'll start in the Hill City with the 48th Annual Lynchburg Art Festival. More than 140 artists from across the state and surrounding states are displaying and selling their art. They have everything from paintings to sculptures, drawings, and photography. Artists are also vying for $5,000 in awards sponsored by the local community. Also in the Hill City, it's the 12th Annual Lynchburg Beer, Wine, and Cider Festival. It celebrates over 70 vendors, including local wineries, cideries, and amazing food offerings. Admission includes samples of wines and ciders, and participants can also enjoy a wide variety of craft beer from local favorites as well. Now to Botetourt County, where they're celebrating the unveiling of the 250-year anniversary monument. It celebrates the county's 250th +1 year anniversary since the event was delayed last year due to COVID-19. Habitat for Humanity is looking to spruce up neighborhoods in Roanoke, how you can lend a helping hand, and the importance of laying down roots. But first, we leave you with a live look from our Virginia Tech Carillion Skycam overlooking downtown Roanoke. A full check of your forecast with meteorologist Delaney Warden just after this break.
Want in on a cool club? Become a WSLS Insider. Fun giveaways, access to exclusive content, and more. Membership is free. Go to WSLS.com/insider.
Toys for Body Tots has started its 2021 Toy Drive campaign. They're kicking it off with a local poker run, followed by a pork chop barbecue dinner. It's all for raising money and donations for the organization's annual holiday toy drive. Officials say this event is crucial to making sure kids have a present for Christmas morning. Over 350 families in Botetourt stand to benefit.
And our efforts right here concentrate locally here on Botetourt County and the children here through social services and the Angel Tree program.
I love that name, Botetourt. Donations can be made at any Bank of Fincastle branch.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Another round of showers and thunderstorms today. A bigger reason for that, at least for today, was more of that humidity and heat in our region. All of this tracking down towards the southwest. Overall, again, we have not had any severe storms and not expecting to, but they are producing some heavy rainfall. So you'll want to keep that in mind if you have plans outdoors this evening. You may want to have a plan B just to head inside for a few minutes if one of these showers or storms does move over your area. However, it shouldn't be over your region for too terribly long. For tomorrow, we are staying warm with more of those stray showers. We're going to continue to bring in more cloud cover also as we go throughout the day because we are going to be tracking yet another cold front. And this is out ahead of a cold front that'll be moving through midweek. Even by Monday, that's still well off to our west, but it is certainly going to be cloudy outside and cooler because of this first cold front that'll be moving through, also bringing us some rain as we head throughout the next several days. So temperatures at the moment certainly running above average, mostly in the 80s, but we're holding on to a few 70s back towards New River Valley and the Highlands. In fact, a little bit cooler in those areas, seeing some rain, 70 over in Hot Springs, 72 in Hillsville, whereas here in Roanoke and even back towards Smith Mountain Lake and Lynchburg, we are currently sitting in the mid 80s. For tonight, our temperatures are going to be dropping down into the 60s. This is pretty much what we've been seeing here over the past few evenings. Also, some patchy fog will be possible here in Roanoke, 66 degrees, upper 50s and lower 60s throughout the New River Valley. For tomorrow, our temperatures are going to be pretty similar to today, maybe a degree or two warmer. Temperatures holding on to the mid to upper 70s throughout portions of the New River Valley, maybe even for the highlands also. As for the Roanoke Valley here, we are going to be right around 87 degrees, 85 over in Rocky Mount. Counting down here over the next few days, fall officially begins in 4 days at coming in on Wednesday. And if you're hoping for those cooler temperatures, we do have some good news for you. Yes, we're going to be cooling down by Monday, but it looks like as we head towards next week, say 6 to 10 days out, we're holding on to those slightly cooler temperatures. Nothing too extreme. Average high for this time of year is 79, so it's just going to be mostly in the 70s. In fact, you see that here. Warm tomorrow. From there, we are going to be staying below average, a high of 71 degrees for Thursday. 7-day forecast throughout the New River Valley. Those temperatures will be in the 70s, even upper 60s come Thursday, and that's when that second cold front will be moving through. So yes, we are tracking some widespread rain as we head towards, say, Wednesday into Thursday morning. For Southside, you'll be holding on to those 80s through Monday. It really won't be into the 70s that you experience that first cold front until Tuesday. Temperatures will be staying in the 70s there from there on out, at least as we head through next weekend. And the good news is we're actually finally going to start to see a little bit more in the way of some sunshine, which we've seen some today, but here over the next few days, we're certainly going to be seeing more cloud cover because of these cold fronts that are going to be moving through. So if you're looking forward to fall, next week is your week.
We say it all the time, but time is just flying by.
It is.
I can't believe fall is already here. I feel like it was just the beginning of summer.
Yeah, yesterday summer began.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Delaney. Habitat for Humanity Roanoke is planting 8 trees on Dale Avenue Southeast. Belmont Fallon is the new Roanoke City target area, and organizers want to spruce it up. Volunteers say planting these trees helps them feel connected to the community.
I think it's really important to love where you live and to feel like you're a part of the community, and I'm someone who really believes in feeling rooted, no pun intended, where I am, and so planting trees just helps give back to not only the appearance of the community, but the fresh air and all of that.
The organization is planting 17 more trees next Saturday on Murray Avenue Southeast. If you're interested in volunteering, leave them a message on their Facebook page. We're working right now on 10 News at 11. At that time, from a measles outbreak to a generous donation. It's been a busy week here in Southwest Virginia, and working for you to bring you this week's Top Talkers.
And coming up in sports, 1st and 10 on a Saturday, 2 rivalry games, and Hokies on the road at WVU. Our Eric Johnson was there with the report after the break.
Ahead for us, we're answering your questions about the COVID booster shots, who the FDA says could benefit most. And if you have a pet, you'll want to know what's driving a nationwide shortage of veterinarians. Those stories and more on Nightly News.
And coming up tonight, Virginia travels to number 24, North Carolina, and Liberty is hosting ODU. That game is in the first quarter. It's 7-0. We'll have highlights at 11. On to some 1st and 10 action. Busy day for some city rivals, starting with the Jug Bowl in Lynchburg. EC Glass versus Heritage at City Stadium. Heritage starting off quick, just 2 minutes into the first. Rajon Booker Fielder runs it in right for the first points of the game. Then over in the second quarter, Heritage up 21-7. Cameron Burns will keep it and run 50 yards for the touchdown, driving up that Pioneer lead. Heritage would finish the first half up 35-14 over Glass. But Coach Woody lighting a fire in his team. Check out this bomb by George White to Robert Wood in the end zone. Glass would score 21 unanswered points starting the second half, and they're looking to tie it up with under 1:30 left. White throws downfield to Mosby, but he would fumble and recovers by Heritage, securing their 49-42 win over Glass to keep the Jug. Here's Brad Bradley.
I'll tell you what, we made one more play than they did tonight. Number 23 there at the end made a great play, senior Darius Brown. I thought our quarterback played well tonight. I thought up front we weathered the storm here and there. But overall, it's a great team victory. I always say this, y'all get bored of it. Kids win games, coaches lose games. Today, our kids came to play.
All right, over in the Mayor's Cup, a loud student section. Patrick Henry taking on Fleming at home, second quarter. Fleming up 7-0. Joey Beasley hands off to running back Arwan Webb, pushes his way up the middle, takes the ball all the way to the end zone. 7-6. William Fleming quarterback Deshaun Lewis with the ball makes a pass to Jacob Henderson. barely gets it in, but it's a touchdown. Fleming up 14-12 at half. Then third quarter, Beasley with the bomb complete to Tayshawn Webb. He takes it to the house. This was a back-and-forth game that ended with PH taking home the Mayor's Cup 32-28. Your news and notes, the Eagles signed defensive end Josh Sweat to a 3-year extension. Red Sox tonight at 7:05 against Delmarva. And the night race at Bristol. NASCAR highlights at 11. You're not excited?
All right, quick check in the forecast before we go.
Yeah, temperatures for this evening holding pretty steady in the mid to upper 70s. Rain chances will eventually be moving out. As for your 7-day forecast, another warm and humid day for tomorrow. But from there, we are into the 70s just in time for the first day of fall on Wednesday.
All right, Brooke, we appreciate your company. We appreciate your company. Hope to have you back here tonight at 11. We'll see you then.